Good morning, y'all. Put a little shout out there, a little hello. Oh, yeah, I think that's a pretty good angle. Love streaming at Shivalaya. And just let me know how the mic level is and different things. Still a few minutes before we start. And I'm just going to do a little chanting, warm up, some of the cosmic vibrations here in Shivalaya Temple. I'm going to start with Ganesh. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Gananantva Ganapati Gom Havamahe. Priyanantva Priyapati Gom Havamahe. Nidinantva Nidipati Gom Havamahe. Vaso Mama Aham Jani Gavagamat Samadasi Gardadam. Om Gandam Samakayami Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Shiva Lingam Namaha. Om Shri Shiva Lingam Namaha. Brahma Murari Surachita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmamaja Dukabhinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sarashiva Lingam. Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Om Palo Santo Samapayami Shri Shivalingam Namaha. Om Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmai Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmai Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmai Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Ganam Samaprayami Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hi. Om Haum Jun Saha. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Varanam. Urvarukamiva Bandhanan. Mrichor Mukshiya Mamreta. Swaha Bhuvaha Bhu Om Saha Jun Hound Om. Om Shanti 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 Hi. Okay, give it a couple minutes here. For a minute. Good morning, Naveen. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Erica. Earth Woman, yes, the birds are chanting too. Yeah, there's so many up here, and the hummingbirds you'll hear fly through. You know, I've had bears visit me here in the temple while I was meditating before, so it's very vital up here. And yeah, thanks everyone. Hi, Crystal. Just a reminder for both Facebook and also our friends, they're so generous to join me here this morning on my YouTube channel, Mountain Monk 11 LLC. That these classes are done by donation, so I do appreciate Venmo, Satoshi Powell, or PayPal, different things. And so striking out on my own here. And hopefully there's a lot of vitality for that. And I'm in this, just remarkable place here at Shivalaya Temple, which was named by my guru, Sri Babahari Das, in 2010 or 2011, something like that, quite a while ago. It's a place that I've built over 15 years. And hopefully this summer we'll have some retreats and different things up here. But what a super intense time that we're in, and particularly, waking up this morning and looking at, all the things that have transpired overnight in the last few days. And my work, as a yogi, as a teacher, is to create the context of all experiences through the lens of yoga. And I wanted to offer, if you will, some perspective for maybe what's happening. And what yoga tries to do is it tries to integrate what's happening at the human level with a universal level and ultimately a transcendent level. And one of the big downloads that came to me around all this is that the United States has this really powerful and unfortunate karma, if you will. Each one of us has a samskara. Samskaras, if that word is new for you, it means energetic imprints. These are the things that drive, our actions and our life, essentially energetically. And, communities have karmas and samskaras, and nations also have karmas and samskaras. And what I would offer is that the samskara of the United States is obviously the genocide of the indigenous people. And that wound, if you will, that ancestral wound that, we're all a part of, being born into this, earth body in this location at this time. We're all part of that, that samskaric wound. And what I would say is, with the events of COVID and our current administration, the seeds of dissent have just risen to this level where it's all surfacing. My teacher, Baba Hari Das, said it. I think he said he was an illuminated being, and this is part of where, illuminated insight, the name of my yoga comes from. But, he said it takes a needle to remove a thorn. It takes a needle to remove a thorn. And that thorn is the samskara, and for our yoga sadhana, those thorns are the adversities in our mind, or the things that give us negative vibrations and things that almost happen automatically. We don't know, but then we do our yoga and we create heat, we create the Agni, and that Agni is a purification process. And so one of the things that I've looked at the fires is that they're just the Agni of the purification and things. And so I'm really looking at this from a universal perspective, a world perspective. And so I absolutely, honor the transformation and the needle, which is, the descent. And for the yogi, we try and then create this inner architecture, this inner process where we can feel and act, but we're not bound, if you will, by, the desire of a certain result. And so we're invited to act with passion and force and all the things, that are necessary, that the needle does to take out the thorn, but we release the attachment to the result. And so that's how I see this. This is the samskara of the United States, the karma that has been in this ancestral wound for 400 years, and it's part of this land. It's the part of the fabric of all of our minds. And maybe now's the time, maybe not. Who knows? Who's to say? But this is what's happening. The seeds of this have been planted so long ago. And so as we practice our yoga today, maybe when we, set our intentions, the intention is to just take the needle in maybe just a little deeper and let it, cleanse whatever is inside of us just a little more. So we're just a little more vital and in the pursuit of harmony and unification and love and happiness and compassion. Om Namah Shivaya. And so I was chanting Om Taprushaya Vidme Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Taprushaya Vidme Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. That Shiva Gayatri, we're invoking Rudra, and Rudra is the energy of compassion. Okay, friends. Mountain Monk 11 LLC YouTube channel, inaugural class, Illuminated Insight Yoga. The fire. You can see Shiva behind me, and he is in a ring of fire. The ring of transformation. So get a comfortable seat here. Begin to breathe into the belly. As you exhale, let your body relax. And then begin to internalize the threads of your inner views, your wisdom. And maybe invite that needle, that energy that removes the thorn, the samskara, that has bound you in some way. And we all have something that's working us. And in this time, in this age, in this moment is the time. There's no other time but now. Chant a couple of ohms. Exhale the breath. Inhale. Om. And again, another big inhale. One more big inhale. Ashtavinchani Shivani Shakmani Sahayogam Bhajantu Me Yogan Prapadye Kshem Chak Sheman Prapadye Yogan Chanamo Ahoratrabhyam Astu. O Great Spirit, may we become accomplished in the practices of yoga, and may we be happy. Let this body, which is made of the 28 planets, the 28 tattvas or principles of the universe, be fully engaged in the practice of yoga, and through that engagement, we invite Agni, we invite the fire of transformation, and through that invitation and that purification, we ask that we're protected. And by being protected, may we remain engaged in yoga, the union of the soul with the oversoul. Hari Om Tat Sat. Okay, friends. Gently open the eyes here and come off any seated support that you may be on. Let's just begin to inhale, lengthen front spine as we float forward. And exhale, draw back around back body, rock back on the sacrum. And then continue this pulse of inhale, floating forward with the heart space, extending, again, front spine, exhale, rounding. Let's continue that flow. And then so I entitle this Spirit, Breath, Body very specifically, because we need to lean in through the lens of spirit, and that lens of spirit is the lens of our perception and witness consciousness. So come into a neutral position here, extend the right arm out, and then inhale, float left arm up, exhale over the head, and just breathe very deeply here. You can pivot the heart open, ground that left knee a little further and just reach, reach, reach. Stay with the breath. Oh, yeah. And then inhale, float. So left arm up, exhale, extend it out, ground, and then right palm turns up, inhale, float, right arm up, exhale, and arm over. Find your breath, because what happens with our kind of karmic impulses is that we're binding to physical experience, emotional experience so often, and that just prevents this kind of flow, inhale, float up to neutral here, and then palm spin up, pivot to the right, so twisting, release this left hand on the outside of this right knee, right arm behind you, extend front spine, grow tall, look deeply over this left shoulder, breathe into the belly here, and so prevents, if you will, the directed awareness into presence. And so the invitation in the yoga is to lead with that vitality of presence, breath, then body. Yeah, take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, gently release to neutral, palm spin up, inhale, reach real tall, and then pivot over to the left, releasing right hand down on the outside of that left knee. Extend front spine, grow tall. Kind of the shoulder blades go down, the back kind of track the head of this left shoulder back, breathe into the belly. Stay with the breath here. Oh, yay. And then nice big inhale. And exhale, gently soften the twist here. And then just extend the hands out in front of you. Keep the front spine long. Instead of rounding, shortening the spine, extend the spine. So shoulder blades draw down the back. The hands ground firm. Isometrically, they track towards the pelvis here. Stay with your breathing. Keep that energy navigating. And then a nice big inhale. And exhale, just gently fold and round here. You can extend the hands out a little further. Oh, yeah. And then if it's appropriate for your body, always navigate what feels the best. Inhale, roll over the knees, and we'll make our way into tabletop. So just come to all fours here. Take a second. Extend the right leg long behind you. Tuck the back toes under on the mat here. A little stretch at the bottom of the foot, calf and Achilles. So just find that. Breathe in, breathe in. Yeah. And then gently release and switch. So extend the left leg, toes tuck under. Oh, goodness. Yeah, feeling into that. Ooh, yay. And then release and switch. So extend now the right leg. And then right leg floats hip height here. We'll do a few of these. Big inhale. And then exhale, knee into the chest, round here. Yeah. And then inhale, leg behind you. Stay with me. Exhale, bend elbows and sink the heart. Hold that for a moment. And then inhale, straighten arms. Exhale, knee to chest, round, squeeze. And we're just perceiving. We're just observing. Inhale, leg back. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten arms. Exhale, round. Yeah. Inhale, straighten leg. And then last time, exhale, bend elbows, sink, float on up, and then gently release to neutral position. We'll switch this out. So left leg extends, toes tuck under first, and then float that. Oh, yeah, that left leg hip height here. Stay with the breath. A big inhale. And then exhale, knee to chest. Give her a little squeeze in. Inhale, leg behind you. Exhale, bend elbows, sink. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time here. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Oh, yeah, and just release to neutral. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Knees pivot back behind the plane of the hips or toes tuck under. Of course, hips lift. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, breathe very deeply here. Yeah, just to nourish the body with breath. And it's really that river of breath that's, supporting the transformational process. So we know the body is cleansing the blood, removing toxins and things. And that's the samskaras, the toxic karmas. You got to get rid of them. Oh, yeah. Just as the United States needs to get rid of its toxic karmas. Yeah. Lift the heels, start come up on the tippy toes. Heart sinks. Breathe deeply here. Stay with the breath. Oh, yeah, it's the needle. And then gently release the heels towards the earth. Put a little bend in the right knee, ground the right hand, stretch left calf and Achilles. And then straighten that right leg. We'll switch. So bend left knee, ground left hand, right calf and Achilles. A little pivoting between the two. Little wiggling of the hips. Oh, yeah. And then gently walk the feet to the hands of forward fold at the top of the mat. So Uttanasana, we know this as a forward fold, allowing the hips to eventually kind of drift over the ankles. The heels will feel a little buoyant. Give the head a little bit of a stir, yes and no. Maybe grab opposite elbows to give the spine some traction. Yeah, loving that. Hooey. And then inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to mid-chins. Shoulders move away from the earth, lengthen from tail to crown here. Big inhale. And then exhale, lengthen out as you pull down, chin tucks, hands release at the bottom. And again, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Yeah. And then one more go of these. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then put a bit of knees and then send the left leg back into a lunge and then ground the left knee. So come up here, kind of familiar, but I'm going to definitely kind of turn up, the Agni here today. So float hands and arms. So reach into the sky, feeling into that first. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yay. And then capture the left wrist with the right hand and then float over to the right, feeling into that. Goodness, yay. And then inhale back to neutral, exhale, hands to prayer twist, then to the right. So we're here, sinking, maybe armpit to knee, and then lengthen here. And then from this position, bend if you want or can, this left knee and capture the foot or ankle. Yeah, and a little stretch of the quad. So, and then just be mindful, obviously, if this is a little bit of a test for y'all. Feeling, yeah. And then a nice big inhale here. And exhale, gently release the foot here. Hand plants, inhale, breath. And then exhale, step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we know this is downward facing dog. Yeah. So let that fire burn. And then the left foot steps, the left hand, right knee releases down here. So we're here again. Hands to this left knee or thigh sink into this front hip. The torso can draw back. Core's going to tone here to organize the TVA transverse abdominis and then inhale float. Oh, yeah. Hands and arms. Just stay with the breath here. Breathe very deeply. Yeah. Om Tatpurushaya Vidme Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. So Shiva Gayatri, capture the right wrist with the left hand, lean over to the left. Yeah, feeling into that. Oh, yeah. And then inhale, float up to neutral, hands prayer, and then twist to the left, and then put a little bend into that right knee, possibly, and capture that right foot, stretching the quad. So, yeah, stay with your breathing here. Oh, yeah. Shiva. Yeah, Shivani to the female version of Shiva. There was no distinction of gender in the spiritual level. Just so you know, big inhale, then exhale, gently release, neutral position, hands plant, inhale, breath, and then exhale, the back foot steps. Oh, yeah, to the top of the mat. And then we'll pump up the prawn here, bend knees, ribs to thighs, inhale, float up halfway, open arms, and then exhale, just float back down. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then inhale, float all the way up. Oh, yeah. And then just put a little sway in the body. Just a little bit of movement here. Just feel and move and breathe. Oh, yeah. Nice. And then come into I'm just going to face y'all Here, big inhale, feet together, and then bend knees, Utkatasana. So chair pose. Just to put a little bounce in the legs here. Feeling into that. Then a big inhale. Next, I'll sink lower. Stay with the breath. Nice. And then a big inhale. Next, I'll sink lower still. And then draw the hands behind you. Give the shoulders a little bit of a roll, like so. Feeling that. And then lift the elbows. Stay with the breath. Really nice. And then exhale, you're breathing completely. Then inhale, sweep arms up and then stand. So straighten legs in. Inhale, of course. Exhale, bend knees. Inhale, breath. And exhale, sweep hands behind you. And then again, inhale, float hands and arms up. Straighten legs, come out of it, in other words. And then exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, hands behind you again. And then inhale, reach and straighten. And then exhale, bend. And then just hang out down here. Stay with the breath. And then a nice big inhale and exhale, sink lower, still hands to prayer here. And then twist to the right. So left elbow on the outside of near thigh, sinking armpit to knee, lengthen from tail to crown. I have to kind of wiggle my ribs out of the way here. And then if you want to open up, left hand earth, right hand star. So feel that big old twist. Then nice big inhale. Exhale, hand down, look down, and then inhale back up into Utkatasana. Stay with the breath here. A nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Twist now to the left. So right elbow on outside of near thigh. Sink in deep here. Heart opens, lengthen tail to crown. Right hand earth, left hand stars. Stay with your breathing. So this is the needle. Just saying a big inhale. Then exhale, hand down, look down. And then just back into Utkatasana. Give it a bounce. And then, stand. Exhale, swan dive. Fold forward here. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold, bend knees, plant hands, step back into high plank, high push-up. Just stay with your breathing. Breathe deep to nourish the body. So the Agni, the fire, is the top of the transformation, the heat, the needle that takes out the thorn of the karma. And float this right leg or the riot in the fire. In some twisted way. A big inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Squeeze here. Inhale, leg behind you. Exhale, knee to chest. Squeeze. Inhale, leg behind you. Last one, exhale, knee to chest, squeeze. Inhale, leg behind you, and release it down and switch. Stay here. Just stay with it, right? So it's not going to be easy. No, big inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, squeeze. Inhale, leg. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, leg behind you. Last time, exhale, knee to chest, squeeze. Inhale, leg behind you. Big inhale. Exhale, knees to the earth. Oh, all the way to the belly. And then Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. And maybe a little higher because our backs are warm. Breathe here. Stay with the breath. And we'll pulse this a couple times. So inhale. And exhale, float down. And then inhale, float torso up. Exhale down. And then inhale, float torso up. Exhale down, tuck the back toes under. And inhale through high plank, high push up. And exhale, lift the hips back into down dog. Oh, yum. So good. Send the hips up and back. And then at the end of the next exhalation, bend knees, look forward and step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold. A little bend the knees. Inhale, float all the way to standing, reach all the way to the sky. And then exhale, bring it right into the heart space. Take a moment here. Let that warmth just churn and burn. Churn and burn. Just be the observer of it. So spirit, breath, body, illuminated insight, yoga. Inhale, float, hands and arms reach. Oh yeah, and then exhale, hinge the hips folding forward, and then we'll send the left leg back again. Left leg goes back, and then inhale, float, upper body and arms. So we're here, big, long stance. Yeah, back leg is firm, heels lifting into the back leg. Big inhale, exhale, right hand, right waist. Inhale, reach forward with the left hand, and just turn the body into an arrow fist with this left hand, elbow on the outside near thigh, and then paper covers rock. Outside of right hip draws back, right shoulder away from right ear. Once again, open up. Stay with the breath. Refirm up the back leg. Big inhale, and this right arm over the head. Stay with your breathing. Yeah, and some of you may want to bind this out like so. You choose. Agni sadhana, fire sadhana. Yeah, big inhale, and exhale. Gently release the bind here. Hands plant. Inhale, breath. Exhale, step back into high plank here. Big inhale. Exhale to the knees, all the way to belly. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Inhale, float on up and just sustain this for a minute. Oh yeah, breathe deep to nourish the body. Yeah, stay with me here though. Big inhale. Next, I'll look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center neutral. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. And exhale, float torso down. Yeah, and then again, inhale, float on up. Exhale, look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, look left. Inhale, center. And exhale, float down. 3 more times. Inhale, float up. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, float down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Stay within. Inhale. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale through high plank, high push up. And exhale, lift hips back into down dog. And then to the knees here. This is where Rudra comes in, the compassionate one. So to the knees, child's pose, hips to the heels, relax. Because in that transformational process, compassion is key. Just relax here. Maybe reflect on your intention, your sankalpa, your own thorn. And then we'll gently meet back into down dog. So inhale to tabletop, tuck the back toes under, exhale, lift the hips, down dog. And then we'll come into warrior one here from this position. So right foot steps to the right hand, left heel pivots down. Come to standing here. Take a minute to organize your stance. Let the stance be long. Hips are open. Back leg quad firm. Hips square. And so it's interesting in Virabhadrasana, there's this whole story around Shiva having a dreadlock, making a warrior. Warrior went through the earth and came up through a ritual fire with two swords in his hands. But his mind was totally sattvic, was totally pure. And so the intention wasn't driven by dark energies or overly rajasic or active energies. Big inhale, and so exhale, hands to prayer. And just feel when you bring the hands into the heart, that clarity, the peace. So you can be the warrior, you can be the Vira, the energy being at peace. Float to the stars. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace. Fingers, inhale, extend front spine. Exhale, torso on the inside of this right leg. And that is the key to yoga and the key to life, is to activate the qualities of experience with sattva guna. And if that word is newer to you, then you got to come to some of these retreats that are going to happen at Shivalaya. Yeah, exhale the breath completely, and then float hands and arms to the sky. And then exhale, release all the way through. Hands plant, step back. High plank, high push up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, Ashtanga Pranayama Asana. 8 points down. Knees, heart, chin, hips stay lifted. Inhale, pull forward, cobra, you choose, or up dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah. Left foot steps. Vira Bhadrasana. So energy warrior. Babaji said that like a temple, hip square, quad, core active. He said when a temple is built, he said the subtle body structure of it existed previously before it came into manifestation. Think about what's happened this week. This has been in the karma, in the samskara. Big inhale, exhale, heart center, purified prana, purified energy, sattva guna, vira, warrior of peace. And so if you're out there in the mix of it, you're on the street, bring hands into prayer, stand in this stance. Sound peace warrior. Yeah. Inhale, float, reach in. Exhale, hands behind you. Interlace, inhale, extend. And exhale, float, torso on the inside. Peace warriors. Yeah, breathe deeply. Oh yeah, exhale, breath. And then inhale, float up and out of it. So we're here. Arms reach to the sky. Let's bring this back into Hridayam. So back into the heart again. And just kind of feel, let that integrate into your energetic being. And so this is where the Agni, the needle, is removing the thorn. And so that space is created. And so then we put in sattva guna. We put in pure, peaceful prana. Yeah. Inhale the breath. And then exhale, gently release the hands. Step back, high plank, high push up. Big inhale. Ashtanga Pranayama Asana. 8 points. Bowing. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana if you choose, or Cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Down dog. Yep. From this position, draw both of the heels to the right, and the hips naturally follow. Oh, sink the heart. Breathe deep. Yep. And then inhale, hips up, heels left, hips left, heart sinks. Yeah, that's it. And then inhale, float up to neutral. And then exhale, knees to earth. And then back into Balasana. So back into child's pose, the pose of compassion, the pose of self-surrender. the pose of integration, the pose of humility and peace. Om Taprushai Vidme Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Taprushai Vidme Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Taprushai Vidme Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rudra is mercy. Gently inhale, come on up here. Come to the seated position. So just pivot to seated. Thanks. Thanks for that, you guys. So Marichi Asana, the arrow of light. So draw the right foot in, ground, left hand, inhale, float, right arm, and then exhale on the inside of this right leg, and then inhale, twist. Oh, yeah, to the left. And just breathe here deeply, breathe. Yeah, and then gently to neutral, and then take the torso on the inside of this right leg, and then grab the shin or the foot you choose, both hands. Instead of rounding, extend up. So it's kind of challenging. You really have to ground into the big toe mound of this right foot here. Stay with the breath. And then from here, so we'll kind of turn this up a notch a little bit. So bend elbows, ground upper arm, shin, hands plant, like so. Right. And then this next move is, it's a little up there. And so from here, ground hands firmly, and then just lift the body up. Just feel that. And then if not, that's fine. We release down and then bind this cat out. So open the arms, bend elbows, interlace here, and then just twist open to the left again. Really squeeze it. Yeah. So again, this is the needle. Removing that thorn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then gently release the bind here. And then we'll switch sides. So extend this right leg. We'll draw left leg in here. Ground that. Right hand plants in, float left arm when you're ready. Exhale on the inside. And again, stand firm in this big toe mound. And then inhale, twist. Open. Oh, yeah. To the right here. Yeah. Also, I've been collaborating. Illuminated Insight Yoga is collaborating with Maha Yoga Studio in Littleton, and we will be starting teacher training programs, and we'll be starting here at Shivalaya. Just saying, big inhale, and then exhale, soften to neutral. Let the torso draw on the inside of this left leg. Feeling that. And then foot or shin. And then we're not rounding, we're extending. So create the energy of length here always. And then ground, upper arm, shin, hands, plant both sides. And then kind of work with this as you can. Ground, hands firm, and then just float the body. Breathe here. If I had more room, I'd show you the next level of this, but we'll leave it at that for now. Release the body back down, and then open arms here, bend elbows, interlace, and then with an inhale, twist open to the right. Yeah. So again, there's the needle, removing the thorn of the samskara. Yeah, and then just gently release here. Oh, extend this left leg. Take a minute here. And just Ardha Paschimottanasana. So float torso. So I'm, again, sitting tall. Feel into that. Just to give the hamstrings a little bit of a little tension that way. And then bend this right knee. And then so herring pose. Draw the foot behind you. Sometimes coming onto support with under this left hip can be helpful. And we're first going to actually just open up the quad. So just, oh yeah, babes, lean back into that thing. You can spread the toes of this right foot and then just lift the heart. Feel that. Kind of tuck the tailbone, scoot the tailbone long underneath you, and that'll open up the top of this, this hip. Love that. And then come up to neutral here. And then, so from this position, we're going to turn this into a forward fold, which we're already doing. First length here, so it looks like this. Breathe in. And then nice big inhale. Then exhale, round. We're round, around, and down. Oh, yeah. Feel that. Loving. And then gently, tone core, come on up. And then bend this knee, this left knee here. And I'm kind of mirroring you guys, so it's my right knee or so. And then from this position, this can be a little tricky, but grab underneath this left foot. And then inhale. Oh, straighten that leg. Oh, yeah. Stay with the breath. So again, another little needle. And then bend the knee and then cradle the foot like so. So cradle the foot like so. There's a whole full-on sequence with this. We'll give it a go. Why not? And so gently release the foot to the upper thigh of this right leg, and the knee articulates down. Be super duper careful here. Yeah. And so in this position, a little opening for the hip, loving that. Oh, yeah. And then we'll twist to the left. And if you want, you can take this left hand all the way and then capture the toe. Oh, yay. Stay with. This is where, we do a lot of yoga at Shivalaya. Shiva's the teacher, though. I'm just following that sadhana of that yogi. And then we release here, unravel from the whole pretzel thing. Work with what you got on that one. It's a oldie but a goodie, big one. And then draw this. Oh, yeah, that left knee back, feeling into that. And then once again, we just want to open up this front hip, and then the tailbone just kind of works down. And then if you want, you can open up the heart space. Yeah. Feeling that. And then we'll just float on up. Keep the length in the front spine as you lean initially into the forward fold. So I'm not rounding. That's going to shorten the spine. I want this cat nice and long. Yeah, that's it. And then nice big inhale. Reach forward, 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 forward. Draping the torso over that extended leg. Yeah. Illuminated insight. Yoga. Trainings. Ooh, and then gently come on up here. So this is where it gets a little tricky. Bend this right knee from here. And then just work with what you got. You can grab the foot or you can just grab behind the leg. Whatever works. We'll just straighten that up. Yeah, get some space in there. Feeling that. And then little bend in the knees, cradle. So elbow crease to foot. Keep extending through the big toe mound so the foot doesn't sickle. So there's structure, the ankle, that helps create structure for the knee, a little wiggle that way. And then one technique is to roll the calf up out of the way. So I slipped my hand up, the calf moved up, then I was able to get the foot high into the hip here. And then I'm going to twist this way around and then, grab that foot like so. There it is. Breathe in. This is Yogi's Yoga Land. Yep. Stay with the breath. And then a big inhale and exhale. Soften here and then unravel, unwind. Free your knee. Free your mind. And then Paschimottanasana. So I'm not shortening, I'm again lengthening. So you can see the whole shoulder girdle is just articulating up and back. Core's going to stay toned. That helps create some structure. And then I'll just reach the heart forward. There's just a subtle tuck of the chin so the Shakti can continue to stay contained in the subtle body. A big inhale, then exhale, just drape down. Ah. Breathe very deeply here. Stay with the breath. Yep. And then gently tone core, float back up to neutral here. I'm going to spin around, y'all. And then bend knees from this position. Use your core and just make your way onto the back. Extend the arms long over the head. The legs extend. Yum, yum. Yeah. Whew. And then we're here. Put a little bend in the knees, and we'll come right up into Viparita Mudra. And so you can place a block. I didn't bring one out for me today under your sacrum. But in this position, I'm just kind of straighten my legs, and I'll get just a little momentum, not too much, to lift the hips. And then I'll come up onto the shoulder girdle, shoulder blades underneath, and then hands to the low back. And then the hips sink into the hands. There's an angle in the legs. The chin is lifting, so natural curve of the cervical spine. Gaze stays straight up here to protect your neck. And just breathe here. And then from this position, put a little bend in the knees, soles of the feet come together. And then if you want, kind of work with what you got on this. You can release the feet, to the earth as the knees stay open. I've adjusted my hand position so they're just on the right, the iliac crest, the pelvis. And then draw the knees towards one another. Lift the hips from a block. Remove the block. The hips float down. Take a moment here. Relax. And hug the knees into the chest. Give them a little bit of a squeeze. And then extend the legs out. We'll do this breathing thing that we do. So exhale the breath completely. And then take a nice big inhale. And hold the breath in and wait on it. So inhale and hold the breath. And then gently exhale your breathing. And then again, inhale the breath, hold the breath in, and then I'll cue to pooch out the belly. So big inhale, hold the breath. Hold the breath and pooch out the belly. And then gently exhale your breathing. So you can flow with this right into Shavasana if you want. You don't have to move an inch, or if you want to be more comfortable, please grab a blanket or anything that may be suitable. Take a moment for that, get comfortable. Just do a little check. Just get comfy here. So the yogi in the sadhana creates this inner climate, this inner transformation. So then what comes on the surface of the personality, the surface of the mind in its projections, is illuminated insight. We utilize these practices as the thorn, or as the needle rather, to remove our thorns. Just a moment here. I just want to invoke Rudra as we move into our yogic sleep of Shavasana. The Lord of Mercy Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayate. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayate. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just connect to your breathing here. And to your witness consciousness, your witness perception. And then gently we'll return to the body. So, spirit, breath, body. Adding little movements and things when that feels appropriate, and a stretch of the arms over the heads, and a little hug of the knees into the chest. And then come to the left side here. Just take a moment there. And then gently come to a seated position. So we will be doing some pranayama and meditation practice here. And so get comfortable in your seated position. And just kind of settle in. Typically, a little support under the pelvis is helpful. And we'll first begin with a full yogic breath. We know this technique as initiating the inhale by expanding the belly, and then the ribs and the chest expand. So full breath in, but then pause at the top. It's called a kumbhak. The kumbhak is a suspension. The technique there is to get to the top of that inhale and then just continue to filter in a little bit of breath, for a few counts or what have you there. And then gently release the breath, and then go to the very also bottom of the exhale and do kumbhak there, suspending the breath out. And you go to the very bottom of the exhale and just continue to let a little bit of breath float out of the body. The corresponding inhale comes in naturally as the belly expands. We're just going to warm up first, deepening the breath. So then for the yogi, we move through stages of refinement. We recognize that the physical body, the nervous system holds so much. And so we need to work with it with pure food, the yamas and niyamas, right actions, right observations, Ayurvedic diet, right eating, right company. And that's just the starting practices. That's just the beginning things. So the deep yogic breathing is beginning to refine the qualities of the inner being, enliven them with energy, purify some of the energy channels, begin to at least. So then our perception is able to tempt these deeper regions of our capability. A couple more deep breaths with kumbhak, with retention. And And with your next exhalation, complete this practice. So we're going to move on to Agni Sardauti, the fire wash. So just right into the fire, right into the flames of transformation, right into the Shiva, the Nataraj, walking through the flames. The practice is done with initiates with a full inhalation. I'm going to give a demonstration here. Then we exhale the breath, and then we oscillate the stomach towards the spine and release it in rapid succession. And rhythm is more important than pace, if you will. Rhythm is more important than pace in Agni Sardauti. Once we've completed it, we'll take an inhale and hold the breath in. So the full practice looks like this. So inhale, exhale, and then I relax the belly out, inhale. Oh yeah, and just hold the breath in. Capture Mula Bandha. So capture the root lock when the breath is held in. So we just tone the pelvic floor, or actually more refined Mula Bandha is this thing called Ganesh Nadi, and that's inside the column of the colon, if you will, about 4 finger widths deep inside, and you just contract that area in there. So Agni Sardauti to breath retention with the activation of Mula Bandha. I'll get us through this. So take a nice big inhale here. Exhale the breath. Lean forward, hold the breath out. Draw the belly to the spine and release it in rapid succession. Rhythm is more important than pace. And then relax the belly out. Inhale the breath. Hold the breath in and capture Mula Bandha. And then gently release the breath. We'll do 2 more rounds. So inhale your breathing. Exhale, lean forward. Hold the breath out. Oscillate the tummy to the spine. Release it in rapid succession. Relax the belly. Inhale the breath. Hold the breath in. Capture Mula Bandha. And 1 more of these. You determine how long you hold the breath. So inhale your breathing. Exhale the breath. Agni Sardauti, the fire wash. Complete the practice on your own. Let's return to a belly breath. make any adjustments to your seated asana, your seated position for meditation practice. The yogi always meets in the heart of peace. Its location is behind the very bottom part of your sternum, your breastplate, 3 to 4 finger widths deep inside the cavity of the chest. In exactly that location exists Hridayam, the cave of the soul. Let your awareness gently be guided here. And also let your breath gently be guided here as well. Established in this inner loka, this inner plane of perception, allow for the mantra of Om to come into the mind as you inhale. Pause at the top, and then we're just breathing into the belly. The breath is very shallow here, but pause at the top of that inhale and let that Om kind of echo through your being. And then exhale gently. Again, it's very shallow. And as you get to the bottom of the exhale, let the Om also echo. This is an ancient meditation. It's right out of the Yoga Sutras that were written over 2,000 years ago, and who knows how long previous to that these teachings were understood. That echo is the infinite space that exists in the heart. The divine has very distinctive attributes, the first being peace. Find the concentration, mantra of Om, echoing the feeling of peace. And then, as equally potent of an energy is the energy of delight or joy. It is the source material of the universe in its creation and also its dissolution, its destruction, as if a child was building a sandcastle on the beach and then allowed for the wave to destroy it with the happiness, the innocence of the child. Peace and joy. There's a little sparkle in the heart. The song of the bird. And this is the place where the karmas of the confusion, where they transform into illuminated insight. Harmony. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayate. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayate. Om Kapurishaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tano Rudra Prachodayate. Invoking the Lord of mercy, the Lord of compassion. And let's chant an Om and three Shantis together here. One breath for Om. So exhale your breathing completely and take a nice big inhale. And the three Shantis, one for yourself, the world, and the universe. Shanti, 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 Sarva Vrishtakshu Shantir Bhavatu. O Great Spirit, Lord of the multitudes, Lord of the universe, peace, peace, peace. And may all of our difficulties be dispelled. Just reflecting on the Sankalpa, your intention. Hands to prayer at the heart, just embedding the vitality of Shanti, Prema, peace and love. So namaste. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. It's inaugural Illuminated Insight Yoga. As a reminder, little donations appreciated, and I know times are tight for all, and so whatever is appreciated. Venmo, Santosh Powell at Santosh Powell. And I'm just going to keep going, with this. We'll have a class on Tuesday, and then look for some material and information on retreats. Find me on Instagram or Facebook and all the things. Put a little shout out in the comments. And I'm so grateful to share this time with you at Shivalaya Temple here in the Colorado Mountains. And I see that there's some people here that are from, out of state. Mateo, it's so incredible to see you here. I hope you're still on. And I just love all you people, and keep the faith. I know this is just a radical, time, and somehow in all of its confusion, all of it's necessary. And just, stay with your practice, stay with me. Love, Prema, peace, Shanti. Love, peace, y'all. put a little comment in there. Oh, Brett. Yeah. Shivalaya. Hi, Tammy. Thank you. Trini. Muchas gracias. Yes, you're so welcome. Yeah. And to the Facebook family, to the YouTube family, to all the families, to the human family. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in the future, and peace out.